In semi-final, Miyu Yamada against Jae-young. Korea against Japan. Big rivals in every sporting context. And there is a context for Yamada. That route through Yuki Rildirim, a really good Turkish athlete. Stankovic likewise. Been pretty close for her, but she's worked her way through.
She has. She deserves to be in this semi-final. As you said, always a rivalry here.
In red from Korea, Jae-young.
Oh, Jae-young. Well, she may be back in black. It is indeed the black belt. Can she hit the right notes in this one?
She has been brought out by Holly Jones from Quest.
And Holly Jones looks of a similar height. I wonder if she'll get on for the third round.
I was just about to say, probably the first time we saw the mascots. A little bit tall, near enough as tall as the competitors.
Well, a high five for Holly, and it could be a chance for her to step in. But stepping into this one now, Jae-young, world champion in the 46 kilogram grouping. So a few more pounds to play with here as she moves up. And in terms of, well, experience, the Korean has it. In terms of pedigree on the way in, we've had a chance to watch both. We know that Yamada likes to defend. We know that Jae-young, she likes to attack, so set up nicely.
Yeah, it's a perfect match for both. So yeah, let's see who can put their style into right at the start.
Judges, let's start.
Speaking of the start, Van Tan-yun from the USA in charge of proceedings in this. And as we've seen, different methodologies from different fighters here in the Japanese corner. And of course, Tokyo 2020 just around the corner. So a big opportunity to get some ranking points. Of course, qualifies automatically. We'll have a chance to talk a little bit of that in a second. Jae-young, of course, only has eyes for the moment here in Manchester. It is the moment for them to get in amongst the fighting. If you've just joined us, well, where have you been? You've missed it all. But don't worry, there's plenty more to come. Great Britain's Bianca Walton later this evening as well. The penultimate semi-final. This one the second. And this one will decide who goes against Panapak Wongpatanaka of Thailand. Fakes to start with. Jae-young. He's of course in red. Japan's Yamada in blue. Neither wants the bronze as they move towards the gold medal match here. And I spoke about Yamada's defensive capability. Steady start from Korea as well.
Yeah, just fencing off each other with that front leg. Neither taking that extra risk. Just fighting it out.
Fighting it out indeed, and the crowd giving them plenty of encouragement. There is a moment of encouragement there for Yamada. A couple of lights on the board. But the Phantom Hogu disappears and it's still 0-0. Both fighters just eyeballing each other now, looking for options. The chance there at UNI to walk in the match. They're quite springy, they're quite soft. That maybe takes away from too much footwork to start.
Yeah, you can see, Shim has some really good faking and movement. Just slowing that down a little bit. It does take it away a little bit with a little bit more spring in the match. You're right, John.
Yeah, they don't want to kill the energy in their calves so far, but it's been energy conservation mode from both. Steady start, nothing doing on the board.
Nice punch, and the score as well for Yamada. Just waited there, patient. You could actually see she was going to do that then, to be fair. She had her hand up ready, waiting.
You can't see the commentary box here, but Sarah Stevenson was mimicking that punch. Had the punch, I don't know if it was for me or for the...
It could be. You're just saving it.
Just be careful. Not saving it this time, no.
Again, another punch for Yamada, great option. Both players very good in that short distance as well, so not wanting to get into that situation where they know something's going to happen, but an option to punch there is excellent by Yamada.
Yeah, good times for Japan, and the power punches separate the two. Back to their coaches. And of course, Taekwondo, the art of kicking and punching, it is Yamada that's mastered it so far.
Keep it up, let's get those claps going, let's show that support. He's still on his feet, follow him. That is what it's all about. Mohammed, what do you think Manchester to host this Taekwondo Grand Prix with you?
I believe this is the best crowd in the world, and I think we are very, very, very lucky to have such a crowd. And everybody loves coming to Manchester. So
of course, YAMADA, well, this is our first chance to go for a Grand Prix medal. Jae-young, by contrast, well, the Korean in red, she has 3 bronze medals, a chance to get into her first ever final. All to play for. Japan with the merest of advantages. We get underway in this second round. Into the open stand, Jae-young happy to block and wait with the Koreans' footwork. Not evident in the first, tries to come forward in the second. Back leg attempt, a bit more aggression now from the Korean. Headshot just missed, in fact does score.
Excellent patience there by YAMADA. Waiting, waiting. A nice back leg under the body armour there for Shim. I think she needed that 2 points.
Get the momentum beginning to get away from the Korean in red there. But reads it nicely. Gets that counter on the board, but YAMADA, good back leg again.
She's got her tactics really down to a T. She's sticking to them, she's patient, she's waiting, causing a little bit of frustration for Shim.
Frustration, of course, the name of the game. You want to get inside your opponent's head, give them a bit of a nightmare, and so far, YAMADA, a dream start for her. Still only 2 points in it. We get halfway through this second round.
Excellent back leg in that short distance by Shim. Taking it to 5-5, a gamjung for YAMADA, and a roll to reverse very quickly.
Punch comes close again there for Japan, but not much steam on that one. Judges giving it no love. But the crowd beginning to warm up to this one. 11 points shared so far. A 1 point advantage in terms of the Korean, as you see, turning the tables as we trip towards the last 30.
YAMADA changing her style a little bit there, put a little bit more pressure on, trying to force that short distance for that punch. And in the clinch there, Shim just got the advantage.
Yeah, and of course we'll get a chance to analyse that as we come to the last 10 seconds here. That ability to change tactics and change the momentum. Jae-young was points down. She's in a point to prove in this second round. Was 2 points down, she's now 4 points to the good. We spoke a little bit about there, the Korean getting into the clinch. Managed to create a couple of gamjongs as well there.
She sneaked it to switch it round into her advantage. She's got into that clinch, she's scored 2 body shots, got a couple of gamjongs for YAMADA, and just changed the game completely. Now for me, I think YAMADA at the end there changed too much. She started attacking, and then that's where it completely changed and gave the Korean advantage. For me, she still didn't need to change. What she was doing was working. She just switched off a little bit, and now she's trying to attack. It's not really her style.
And that's a question I'd like to ask. Obviously, at your athletic peak, did you know when someone had thought, oh, this game plan's working, and then they change it to suit you, you'd got them under such a pressure?
Yeah, exactly. When someone changes to mimic you and do your style, that's where you've got them. When they are not doing what they want to do, it's your game. You have to be good enough to capitalise on that. And I think these both players, you see a little bit, they're still, especially YAMADA, you know, for me, she's still a little bit inexperienced.
As you say, you don't want to change your winning habit, but the Japanese fighter has done so. And that's down to Jae-young's movement. She's getting a bit of pressure on the board. And it's now on the athlete in blue to come forward. Tries with the front leg, goes with the back leg. Not real commitment though. This one building up nicely. Good punch on the inside again.
That is an excellent option for YAMADA. When she's attacking, it's more to open up, to get into that short distance. And every time you get into that short distance, why shouldn't you punch?
Well, as you say so, it's worked for her on 3 occasions, and she has cut the gap to just 3. If she hadn't given away those gamjons in the clinch, well, she would be all tied up at 9-all. There's one in the recovery for her, so pulling it back. Yamada on the march.
Yamada for me now. Just take it back, draw her in, use your movement exactly the same as the first round. It's still 2 points. But I think just a little bit more patience. Excellent high shot there for YAMADA. Excellent, she's getting back to how she started the match. Putting a little bit of pressure, forcing her back, and when she comes, react.
Yeah, and reacting to that was Jae-young. A little space under the guard as the Japanese fighter in blue goes again with the punch. So the momentum can change so quickly. Yamada had the lead, concedes. 33 on the board, 3 points of a gap. Good change of stance, Yamada trying to come forward, looking for options. Good blocking from Jae-young. Excellent cover.
Shim not engaging, not getting into that short distance Korean style. Very good at that.
Very good indeed on that non-engagement on the way in. Grabs another gam jump, and that is the difference at the moment. 4 gam jumps against Yamada. And that's what's changed the game here. The Korean running down the clock, and she can just about see the final in the distance. Yamada, one final chip in charge. And it'll be one final gam jump given against Jae-young. But the Korean now, well, we spoke about not moving as she leaves the punch, the space. But it's one and done. Gamjong given 1 second. Jae-young is going to protest that. We'll thought about it, but the clock ticks down, and just by the merest of margins, creeps over the line there. Great battle. Under 49's really delivering there. Jae-young into the final. Good old match.
Yeah, it was a good match. It was very interesting to see, Shim just sticking to her style. Had to chase a little bit, and then once she got the momentum, once she gained some points back, she calmed down again, got into her rhythm, her style. And I think for me, what changed it for Yamada was she changed her style to something she wasn't that comfortable with doing yet, and that's where a few points got away from her in that match. I think went too far. The Koreans' advantage.
The analysis there of Sarah Stevenson, basically be yourself, everyone else is taken, but taking her space into the final will be the Korean. Had to work for it, and it will be a bronze for Miyu Yamada.